Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Martin here from Contradictory. Your favorite Chad from Poland is back. What's cracking, players? So today, I'm gonna say something completely insane. Why being attractive as a man makes your dating life much more difficult. And this is something that nobody talks about. Frankly, because a lot of guys don't have experience with this. Only the few selective attractive men will be able to relate to this video. Otherwise, some of y'all are gonna think that I'm superficial and shallow, but you know, I'm gonna go against the grain here, because a lot of these black pillars, a lot of these looks maxers think that it's all about the looks, it's all about the height, it's all about being sexy and hot. But unless you've lived it, it is very difficult for you to talk about these things. So I'm gonna split this video into three pieces. I'm gonna talk about dating when it comes to women. 2, we're going to talk about how it impacts your relationships with men. And 3, I'm going to talk about this thing that is kind of outside your control and there's nothing you can do really about it. But let's talk about it, okay? So, first and foremost, women don't trust attractive men. And that's the bottom line. A lot of women today, they're not used to attractive men. And when you're attractive, a lot of women assume that you have all these options out there. They're not going to take you seriously. You may look like a Ferrari or like a Lamborghini on the outside, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's willingly going to commit to you. And this is something that a lot of guys don't understand, because we're visual for the most part. We as men, we're visual, right? We just, you know, when we see a really nice woman, she has some nice titties, a nice ass, and a beautiful face, we're horny instantly. We're turned on right away. With women, it's a little bit different. They don't just look at a man's looks, although a lot of women, you know, they do, obviously. They're attracted to attractive men. But it's not just that. That's what I'm telling you. So, again, I'm not going to say that women are not attracted to attractive men, because I would be bullshitting. Attractive, like being attractive and good looking, definitely helps a lot, just to get like that raw instant attraction from women. But on the other hand, guys, this is a double-edged sword. On the other hand, a lot of women will have all these assumptions about you. Some women will deliberately try to knock you off a peg. They're gonna embarrass you. Some of them are gonna, you know, tell you that you're this and that right in front of your face. Especially if there's a girl that's really attracted to you. A lot of the times, her friends will intentionally tell her that you're this and that. They're gonna tell her that you're cocky, that you're shallow, that you're arrogant, and that you're a player, and all these things. They're gonna call you out on this, even though you might be the nicest guy around. You might be kind, you might be very generous, and all these things. But people will overlook all these qualities about you, and they're just gonna focus on your looks. They're just gonna focus on your appearance, your sexy assness, right? I don't know. That's just a word I've just invented right now. But this is the thing. Women are not going to take you seriously. Yes, you're going to get a lot of that upfront attraction from women in real life, especially. Particularly if you go to clubs or like, you know, places where women are usually, you know, they're usually drinking alcohol and they're in the mood. Then yeah, that's quick battle. You're not going to have to face a lot of resistance compared to other men. But when it comes to like them taking you seriously, and when you're looking for a girl and you want to commit to her, bro, it's just going to make it so much more difficult for you. They're going to test you. A lot of women will deliberately play games with you. Even though they're attracted to you, like especially in real life, they're going to show you all these choosing signals. They're going to be very turned on by you. But at the same time, they will test you on purpose, because they don't trust you. A lot of women today, even beautiful women, bro, they're so freaking insecure. They have no confidence. If y'all think that all these baddies are hot, you know, all these hot baddies, if y'all think that they have all this confidence, they have, you know, y'all think that they're super confident, they're not. I'm telling you. And any guy who has a lot of experience with women will testify to this. Women are not confident. They're not. This is why they spend all this money on just the looks alone. But yeah, a lot of women will write you off right away, because they're not going to trust you. They're not. I'm telling you. So it is going to make it harder. especially if you believe in monogamy and you want to like commit to a woman. It is so difficult. It is much more difficult than you think it is. So, and also, when it comes to dating, this is a real little sneaky fact. Usually the women that hit on you first, you don't want them. It's usually these girls who are party girls. They have high body counts. They're usually drunk. They have, they're addicted to all kinds of things. These are usually the women who are gonna hit on you the most. And they're gonna they will wanna date you and all these things. And at the same time, you're not attracted to them. You have to leave them alone, bro. They have some of these girls have some type of chlamydia, man. Leave them alone. So that's the first thing. Second thing, when it comes to making relationships with other men or building friendships, it is so difficult unless you find a man who is on your level, looks-wise or status-wise. But even then, it is still, bro, these men are so rare. Like, attractive men today, and I've said this on my previous video, attractive men are very rare today. They're rare. And also, if you add, money and confidence and all these things on top of it, they're even more rare. They're basically extinct today. They're very rare. They're a rare commodity. They're a gold. And so, when it comes to men, bro, a lot of men will assume that you're superficial. They're gonna, place you in this little box. They're not gonna trust you, especially when it comes to women, bro. This is the one thing that I've learned. When it comes to men, you can't trust men who are not able to attract women. Hear me out. I'm gonna repeat this. You can't trust men who are not capable of attracting women into their life. Why? Well, because they're always gonna talk some shit behind your back to the girl. Bro, men get so freaking jaded that they're so insecure when it comes to women. You can't trust them. Unless they're a guy that actually gets women and he's got his shit together, he's a Chad, he's working on everything, then yeah, you might be able to build and cultivate that relationship. Otherwise, with all these normies, bro, you can't do that. I'm telling you. Yes, I know this sounds like I'm super fucking egoistical here, but I'm not. I've learned this the hard way so many times, over and over again. A lot of men will attempt to jeopardize your success. A lot of men will, especially if they know that there's a girl that's really attracted to you, they're gonna purposefully give her the wrong advice, give her the wrong information about you. They're gonna gossip. They're gonna, try to tear you apart. They're gonna, do all this crap just to make the girl reject you, and to just change her mind, right, about you. And this is a real pain in the ass, man. I've experienced this so many times. So the only real solution to all of this is just to find men who are better, men who are leveling up all the time in all areas of life. And again, this is the one thing that I forgot to say about women. When you're an attractive guy, women expect you to be top in every single category. Meaning, let's say you're a 9 as a guy, you're very attractive. Women expect all the other areas of your life to be a 9 as well. They expect your money to be a 9, your confidence level to be a 9. They expect your car to be a 9, your house, the place you live in, your apartment, your condo. They expect your wittiness, your skills to be very, very high up there. It's a double-edged sword. So there's a double standard when you're an attractive guy. And I would also go as far and say that we attractive men, we are a threat to society. We're constantly under attack by men, by all these beta males, by all these beta male barnacles and all these little, old grumpy, decrepit men, and also Karens, all these, women who are past 30, 35, who are run over, they have high body counts, they usually have 5 cats, bro. They're also gonna try to jeopardize our progress. They're gonna try to stop us. They're gonna, shame you. They're gonna shame us. They're gonna, spread rumors about us. They're gonna, say this and that, just to knock you off your game. And that's the bottom line. And a lot of women will have their guard is gonna be up when they're talking to you. they're not going to take you seriously. They're going to think that you're a playboy. They're going to think that you have a roster full of women. And it makes it a lot more difficult. I'm telling you. And 3, and this is just going to like sum it all up. We as attractive men, and I'm going to say like the more attractive you are, the more you're going to be able to relate to this. We are always under pressure. People are going to have all these assumptions and beliefs about us right from the get-go. They're going to assume that we're, cheat on them. They're going to assume that we're this and that, because they have this perception in their brain of how attractive people should operate. Right? This is how they present all these attractive men in movies and sitcoms and all these, TV programs. They're usually the bad guys. They're usually the guys who are, evil, and they're manipulative. They're harassing the women. They have huge egos, and they're usually evil. And so, guess what? A lot of people have been programmed the wrong way. They're taking it with them, and then they're gonna, leash it out onto you when they see you, because that's the kind of preconceived notion and belief that people have when it comes to you, and nobody talks about this. So yeah, like in many ways, bro, being handsome or attractive makes life easier in many ways, but there's always a downside to everything, just like with this particular aspect here. So yes, a lot of women will write you off just because of this. They're not going to take you seriously, because you can be the best guy, you can do everything in your power to be a good guy, but they're just gonna forget about you. They're gonna drop you. They're gonna assume that you're not interested in them. Right? And this is hard. Like this is something that I've dealt with for a long time. Because I'm like me, for instance, I'm able to get a lot of attention from women in real life. This is not a problem for me. I'm not struggling with women. But the only problem I have with sometimes, because I'm at that phase now in my own life where I want to find a girl, and I want to find a girl who's gonna ride with me, but it makes it difficult because women are so freaking insecure today, especially since a lot of women, bro, even attractive women, they don't want their man to be more attractive than them. Why? Because they know that basically means that she's gonna be under his shadow. She's not gonna take the spotlight. He's gonna be the main star of the movie, not her. And they're not used to it. So, and that's how it is, man. And that's how it is. So a lot of people will have this assumption about you. They're gonna think, and also another thing that has to be said about this, people will think that you have it easy. Like with me, for instance. They see a guy like me who's 6'5", who is somewhat good looking, I'm confident, I'm masculine, I'm assertive, I have some money. People will think that I was just born this way. But I wasn't. Right? I had to work my ass off to get to this position in life. But yeah, people will just give you all these nicknames. People will tell you that you've been lucky. People will tell you that it's just about your genes, it's just about this and that, and they will completely negate all the hard work you've done. Right? And they will instantly objectify you. They're gonna put you I've said this, I'm gonna repeat myself here. They're gonna put you in this category. They're gonna assume that you're this and that. And sometimes you can't even explain yourself because it's too late. It is too late. And this is a pain in the ass. This is a real struggle of attractive men. Unless you find a quality woman who is really confident in who she is. But otherwise, most women today, they're so used to stringing guys along. They're so used to being surrounded by all these beta males. And when they meet you, you're a completely different breed of a man. They're so not used to it. And that makes them really freaking unconfident. They become so insecure when it comes to this. So yeah, man. I really don't know how to explain it. I really don't. I don't know. But I've been in so many situations in life where I've experienced so many uncanny things with women, with men. And sometimes I just want to be lonely. Sometimes I just want to be left alone. And it is a lonely life for attractive men. And this is something that has to be said. Usually the men that get the most women, they're not the most attractive dudes. They're not. Usually attractive men, they have it harder in dating with attracting a lot of women. And I've seen this with a lot of men. So, yeah. Is there anything else that has to be said about this? Or, I don't know. But yeah, bro. A lot of women will put you in this box. A lot of women will... Yes. That doesn't mean that you should be ugly. It doesn't mean that you should be fat and average and broke and all these things. No. That's not what I'm saying. Don't twist the narrative here. What I'm saying is that if you want to find a true quality woman and you want to like wife her up, this is what makes it more difficult. And like this is like, I can't explain it, man. Yeah, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a beautiful day. Peace.